got lunch? Okay, then you got to stay awake, you know. Stomach fills up, the eyes go shut. And so my motto always is, if I'm ever thinking I'm falling asleep, you stand up, you walk to the walls or the back so you don't miss anything. And what we've got now is we've got 3 hours, and we will be done at 5 o'clock, I promise you, okay? Because I'm the last speaker. So we will be done at 5 o'clock, for sure. And what you need to do in the meantime is get ready to take notes and start to learn about the rhythm. Right now, these next 3 hours, you're going to hear about some amazing new tools. We're going to start off with Derek Tillotson, Blue Diamond, who's going to talk about all the different websites we've had and how they're down to 2 websites. We boiled it all the way down. One for prospecting, one for training, and you'll see all those today. And I'll give you examples of what those are. Charlie Patterson and his team, along with Eileen Williams, Cheryl Huffman, and many others, have contributed to rewriting the entire Getting Started program on One Team Global. There's a new video, there's a new Getting Started checklist and guide, and all those things have taken lots of effort, and they've done that. So those are all updated now and loaded. You can get those today. You'll see those. And how to use them to train your teams and so forth. And then we're going to have Bill and Julie Toth come up, and we're going to show you the first PowerPoint that we've ever really released at One Team Global that's kind of a bottom-up. And that's so that you can get your ADRs, so you can become fit executives. You've heard about that throughout the course of this meeting. So we're going to give you specific tools to help you actually accomplish that with the launch of Gamma coming, and now, right now, with the R90 weight loss packages that people are having great success with. And then subsequent to that, we're going to have Eileen Williams walk you through the program guide for the R90 weight loss program and introduce a little bit about the app. That'll happen with Bill and Julie and a few of the things that we have there that'll help you do that. And then we're going to shift gears at that point in time, and we're going to have Laura call, and we're going to have Gary DeRitter come on stage, and they're going to put you into the business building mode, and they're going to start to teach you a little bit about limited time offers and what they are and where they came from and why they're powerful and why we're utilizing that as a business building strategy. Subsequent to them, we're going to hear from John McClellan, and John's going to give you kind of the process of how LTOs happen, kind of introduce the rhythm. The new rhythm of Nu Skin in you, the new rhythm. You got that? This is the new rhythm of Nu Skin. And so you'll see that with John, and then after John, we're going to have some testimonials and so forth. We'll have then Stephen Moore give us a walk through the Ruby duplication model that becomes part of this entire new rhythm process. And then I'll come up at the end and we'll wrap it up and kind of tie it all together and put a bow on it. Hopefully it'll all come together and it'll make sense to you. I personally think it's the most simple way that I've ever seen to actually build a business. And I think that for the first time ever now, we've got everything in alignment. Everything from the corporate side, everything from the distributor side, everything from the compensation plan side. All those things are in alignment, and I really believe it's the most exciting time I've seen in 23 years. It's taken a long time to get to this point, but we're at that point now, and all we have to do is just go execute this, and I hope it'll be very clear. I want you to give a big hand to all the team members of OTG that have done all this and put all this together. It's been a very busy last 3 and 4 months getting all this stuff done, and everybody plays a key role. This is not just about me being OTG. This is about all of you, about any leader who wants to participate and play fair with everybody else, have honesty, have integrity, and work together for the common good of all. That's what it's all about with One Team Global. So thanks a lot. Enjoy the day.
Amazing. Would you please welcome Derek Tillotson. Derek.
Did you guys hear what Nathan said? The best the opportunity has been in 23 years. Is that unbelievable? The best it's ever been. Let's give that a round of applause. I've actually been there for all those 23 years, watching Nu Skin, waiting for my time to really step in and build a group. You know, like Ed was saying, my dad was one of the first Nu Skin distributors, and I watched him catch his Nu Skin wave. Always wanted to do the same thing for myself, and always having a fear that the company would have stopped growing. But as you know, 2013 will be the biggest growth year in the company's history, and we're all here to be a part of that. Right? And OTG has put together some amazing tools to help us really take charge of the online scene. Now, back when my dad was doing the business, the cell phone first came out. And that was like the new technology. And then it was the fax machine. And I was talking to Nathan, he said he'd set up his fax machine, he would send faxes to Japan all night. It'd be like $2,000, right? You guys remember those days? Cell phones were like bricks, right? And imagine how hard it would have been to give somebody a business presentation video. You'd put it in the mail, and like a VHS, you put it in the mail and send it to them. Then you call them, did you get the video? And when you watch it, send it back to me, right? Like imagine this process of building. Well, online we have so many amazing tools that make our job of sharing Nu Skin and training our team so much easier. So I'm going to walk you through those. Nathan said that we've condensed everything down into 2 basic websites. OneTeamGlobal.com. Take some notes on these links if they're new to you. OneTeamGlobal.com. This is for training and distributor support. And you want to introduce OTGDrive.com for promotion and for teaching people about the current opportunity, right? For our prospects and things. I'm going to take a minute and go through OneTeamGlobal.com, assuming that some of you are seeing this website for the first time. This is the home page of OneTeamGlobal.com. Getting started, Charlie Patterson's going to take a minute and talk about getting started, so I'm not going to go there. There's some great videos that people can watch to learn how to do the business. I've watched these again and again and again, and now I'm in one. Can you believe it? That's what happens. Yeah, you watch it enough and then they put you in it. Pretty crazy, so watch out. Now the second little thing there is meetings, and this has a few different options. The first one is, let me go back. The first one is our meeting map. And this is amazing because you can search by state, or you can search by area, or by speaker. You can search for Nathan Ricks and find out where he's going to be presenting, and you can find out what's going on in your state. If you have a weekly meeting, we invite you to put it on this amazing tool so that we can leverage each other's efforts in building the business, because we have meetings in Salt Lake you can send people to, and we want to send our people to your meetings in Florida, and we all work as part of a family as part of OneTeamGlobal.com. Meeting notifications. If you are working in an area and you want to stay up to speed on what's happening, or if you have a prospect someplace or whatever, you can actually sign up for meeting notifications. And you can ask for a notification or an email every time a meeting happens within a 50-mile radius of you, or a 100-mile radius. So it brings One Team Global and this meeting function to your doorstep, right? For those of you that live in like Timbuktu, it could be a 500-mile radius, right? But it'll keep you in the loop, teaching you where the meetings are. Another link that this has is it takes you to our Team Link University information. You can find out dates and times and places to stay and things like that right there on that part of the website. Tools and training, I'm only going to talk about 2 of these. Conference calls. Stay up to speed on the different conference calls that are happening, different opportunity and month-end type calls. And then for our downloads, you can download different things and great, you should check this, and it's constantly being updated. This is all password protected, not because it's secret, just so prospects don't stumble into it and kind of get confused and lost with too much information. So it's the current month. So it's January right now, and that changes every single month. So I hope you're taking notes and writing some of this down so you can explore some of these links later. How many of you are currently on the OTG email list? All right, I see about 10% of the hands in the room. If you did not raise your hand, you definitely want to get put onto this email list. So you stay up to speed on the information, month-end calls, different trainings, right? Things like this new website all gets announced on and through our OTG email list. And so stay connected to the information. Take a minute, go to OneTeamGlobal.com, and then click on that email link. But now I want to switch gears. We're not talking about distributor training anymore. Now it's about us building our business, which is what 2013 is all about, really, right? Getting this amazing story out to the world. And we're going to use the internet like never before this year, as we use OTGDrive.com. Let's thank the OTG leaders for putting together this website with a round of applause. This is an amazing website. It works from your computer, from an iPad, from a cell phone. It doesn't matter because it's all YouTube based, so it works from anything. This is the home page right here. So the first thing that you see, it has all of our main videos. So you always know that it's safe to send people things because it's the most current information right here on the home page. Each one of the videos is embedded into the page itself. or you can view it on our YouTube channel. So really easy to share. We're actually going to be doing a tutorial on how to share videos, how to send people videos on Facebook or through email and things. And they're going to be releasing this tutorial here in a couple, just in a couple days. So we're going to be learning more about how to share videos. Take you through some more of the content. This is the videos page, and it redirects you to YouTube. We know a lot of people like sharing YouTube videos. That's the platform that they're most familiar with. Media and news takes you to some written information about Nu Skin, and this is being updated all the time to stay current on, some people like to read about a company, and you can send them there for that. Social media, one thing I like about otgdrive.com is it works really well with the different social media circles. And so it works streamlessly with Facebook. We have a new Facebook page that is OTG Drive. You can see the link right there, facebook.com/OTG Drive. Go to this page and like it, so you get the information showing up right on your Facebook page. And there, as an example of this, I was in Anaheim giving this presentation, and this was the group there. I took a panorama, just like I'm about to do now, and 38 people shared it. So 38 people said, we want to share this with the world, and wrote something about it. I said, I can't believe we have a $1 billion growth year right in front of us. I'm excited to be a part of this company, and then shared it to my circle. That crowd got 38 shares. That's it, as of today. Do you guys think we could beat that? Yeah. You guys think we can get more shares? Yeah. All right, so I want the house lights up a little bit. I'm going to take a panorama. Okay? And they got quite a bit of energy there. Let's turn off the ones that are spotlighting me, if that's okay. Now, I'm going to go like this, so you have to really move your arms and be excited, okay? I'd even stand up. What the heck? Why not? Hold on a second. It's not quite working yet. It's not quite working yet. Keep the excitement up. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Here it is. Let's do one more big wave. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Keep it up. Okay, we got it. Now, my phone froze. It never freezes, and all of a sudden, right, I'm up here. So 38 shares. You guys think we can beat that? I think we can. Now, go to your Facebook, like this page, and it'll be one of the first things that you see. In the bottom right, there's this little page icon looking thing. If you click that, it'll say share. You can write your own message. I just got back from this amazing event in Florida, and this is what I learned, right? As we all do this collectively, it starts to create this viral type of internet growth. Now, YouTube, we have our own YouTube channel, youtube.com/OTG Drive. We're also going to be posting some favorite videos, some older Nu Skin videos that everybody's been using. Now, when you search for a video, there's different distributors and different things that have posted versions of the video. But if you use our video, it drives up the count, right? So be sure to look through the list and find the OTG Drive video and share that one so that you know that they're staying connected to the right information. They're not going to find somebody else's distributor ID number or something like that. So use our YouTube page as you're out there sharing. They made some really good videos, like Hollywood quality videos. Do you guys want to see one real quick? Yeah. Okay, go ahead and play that video. You guys are going to be blown away with the quality.
precipice of several events that are going to change the future of an entire industry. The hardest thing to find in the entire world is real opportunity. There's several key factors that come into play when you're looking for something that is a sure bet. What are the biggest trends in the economy, and how do I attack those trends so that I can capture a piece of the markets that they're creating? Many people struggle with issues related to being overweight. All kinds of health problems and factors that come into play that ruin the quality of their life. For the first time ever, a company is going to launch a product based on gene expression science as it relates to this particular issue. That has never been done before. What kind of a market are we talking about here? Literally a $250 billion market. One of the biggest markets in the entire world. One of the biggest needs in the entire world. One of the biggest problems in the entire world. What if you had an inside track, a unique way to approach and help people solve this most concerning of all problems? That is real opportunity. The second thing I look for is a unique marketing strategy. I'm looking for the ability of a company to support a strategy that has been proven but never tested in North America. All of these things are about to happen in the next 12 months, and that will result in the changing of an entire industry. This is something that you absolutely need to learn more about. This is the perfect storm. Do you want to be part of something big? Do you want to be part of something amazing? Join us.
All right. They're going to continue to produce videos. You can go on to otgdrive.com and see the videos that are currently up there. They're amazing. I've already been sharing them with my prospects and people that I'm introducing to this opportunity. Helps us put the opportunity into words, doesn't it? Right? And as you go and you view some of this yourself, believe me, you're going to feel yourself getting even more and more excited. Now, sometimes people will get lost in the shuffle if we just send them to otgdrive.com. So to make it even simpler, this is still part of otgdrive.com, but there's these different, I actually just got these, that's why it's all skiwampus. We were putting them on there back there, backstage. But timeforgamma.com will bring you to this page where the only option for them to do is watch that video. That's it. That's the only thing on the page. That, and it has the, Gamma Countdown, Gamma LTO, and GammaTrailer.com. Give you a second to write those down. OTG made a tremendous investment of resources, of time, of energy to put these tools out there for us. They really did an amazing job. And I've been watching some of this happen and take place, and just so thankful that we have a distributor support group in place to help us create this type of high quality media. All right. In conclusion, everybody is going to see presentations today and say, where can I get that? When can I need that video, I need that information that John shared, or something like that. Now, to make that available, OTG is putting together something called the Power Pack. Go to otgdrive.com/download. And you'll see in the bottom right of this page that little icon, Buy Now. Now, it's so big, there's so much information in there, that it's actually being sold and transferred through Amazon.com. So to pay for the transfer and everything is $10. Totally worth it. I went out and bought it myself. This is the page that little button takes you to. You enter in your information right there, and then bottom right you go to proceed and use a credit card, or you can use PayPal to get it. They send you an email. This is what my email looked like. It said, click on this link to download. You click on it, and it downloads a packet of information in a zip file. You unzip the file, and this is the stuff that you get. You get 2 videos in HD quality that you can put on your iPhone or iPad or whatever, or share on your computer when you don't have internet. And you get all of these different presentations for you to learn and study and pass on to your team. So this is an amazing tool that they made available, because we're always getting requests for, hey, I need a copy of that presentation. We put it all in one place so you can get it right now. And guys, I'm just stoked about 2013. I've been around Nu Skin now my entire life. I feel like I've waited for this moment, for this period of growth, my entire life. And I'm going to be compressing my life's work into this window right now, and I'm sure many of you are going to be doing the same thing, and we're going to be on the beaches of the world. So thanks a lot, everybody.
Great job. Great young man. Not affected at all by the story of how he grew into wealth. He's just a great guy and helps 20 Global all the time. Our next presenter has been a team elite for 7 years. He was really influential in starting the wakeboard phenomenon. He was a professional wakeboarder. He sort of got the nickname of a rocket launcher as he helped that industry get started. He's a $1 million plus earner in New Skin and an all-around nice guy from Orlando. Would you please welcome to talk to you about how to get started in the business, Charlie Patterson.
Hello, New Skin. Okay, now, I know there's some people in here that have watched Charlie's Angels before. So, hello, New Skin. Okay, all right, that's more like it. I could have said hello, Angels, but it seemed more appropriate. Charlie Patterson from Orlando, Florida, and as Ed said, I've been a professional wakeboarder for 10 years of my life, from 1994 to 2004, and I really was best known for not being the father of the sport or even one of the best riders. What I was known for was actually getting introduced to the sport, and 9 months later, after moving to Florida to learn how to wakeboard, placing 11th in the world. Maybe we need some better translation back there. I went from not wakeboarding to 11th in the world in 9 months. Okay, that's more like it. Man, you guys are like, you got a food coma going on here from lunch. Man. So, little secret, there were only 12 wakeboarders in the world at that time. Okay. But I actually wasn't the best, as I said. I ended up creating success with the sport because I became part of the 5% that just didn't quit. And that we know that 95%, they just continuously start up and they quit the things they do. And my experience is that they don't understand that we all go through the same emotions and the same feelings of really being excited and then realizing that we don't even know what we're doing. Like, what the heck am I doing? I used to be cool. I was a wakeboarder. Now I'm doing skincare or vitamins or weight loss. And so we have these motions of this anxiety and frustration, and we wonder if we can do this. And I believe that the 95% that quit is because they're not aware that we all have those feelings. And I sit in the crowd and I look at Nathan and I look at these other leaders and I go, oh my gosh, there's no way they had it as difficult as I had it, right? And you may be like us too, that you have that experience. But once you know that we all started in the same place. We all started with understanding what our why is. Why are we doing this business? And if you're sitting in the crowd and you're asking yourself, like we all do, can I do this? Can I do this? We know those questions are being asked, and to get through that is really understanding why you're doing it. Why are you going to go through the challenge that we go through? In the pendulum of life, that if this is your level of success that you've had, that universal law is that you're going to go through this equal level of challenge and obstacles. And if you want something bigger here in New Skin than you've ever had in your life, and it's here, then you're going to have to go through this to get it. So what is it that's going to be the prize that's going to help you pay the price to get that? And when I decided I wanted to move to Florida to become a professional wakeboarder back in 1994, at the beginning of the sport, no one knew what the sport was. It literally, people said, how are you going to become professional in something that doesn't even exist? And there was one person in my life that supported me. One person. Everyone else thought I was crazy. My dad said, you need to do this. you need to move to Florida, but it's on your dime. And so I moved to Florida when everyone thought that I was nuts because no one knew what I knew. And that positioning in 1994 helped me become one of the top paid in the sport for 10 years and follow my dreams. But there wasn't much support out there for it because they didn't get it yet. Now the same people that called me crazy when I started were not only wakeboarding within a couple years, they were riding a wakeboard with my name on it. So who's crazy, right? So knowing your why here is crucial. I mean, I don't believe that we're ever going to understand how or what to do until we know why we're doing it. Now this is my current why. This is my wife, Christy Hemme. And this is us, our wedding, actually 2 years, 7 months, and 18 days ago in Kauai. And we'll be celebrating our anniversary on the team elite trip there in Kauai this year with all the other team elites. This is my why. I got in this business to own my life so that I could have the ability to make the decisions on what I wanted to do in the future. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a husband that was present. To be the father that I had growing up. And this business has allowed me to do that because 2 years ago, after working for 7 years on my business and being a team lead for 5 of those years, my wife told me she was lonely. And she said, Charlie, I want more of my husband. And so I came to this event with my wife and I sat down with my mentor, Nathan Ricks, one of my many mentors, our sponsor, and he asked, Charlie, why are you doing this business? I said, I'm doing it for my family. And that changed my life because my course and direction of the business changed because it was about her, not just about me. So knowing why you're doing this will help you get through any of the obstacles, any of the challenges in how you're going to do this business. It's the center of the target. And then you can step into, you can be clear as you go through this getting started and you go to oneteamglobal.com and you go to the getting started videos and you watch them. Then it will all support your why. It will all support what it is that you actually want to do. And we put together a group of leaders that are emerging, the future and new Blue Diamonds and Team Elites in this company that I believe you'll relate with and understand that they're on the same journey as you are and that they will help you in this journey to understand what to do in this business. Now, we have components within the Getting Started program on OTG that the Getting Started checklist. Like, what is it that you do, right? So many of us, we sit in here in the business and we're like, I'm a wakeboarder. What the heck do I do now? Right? I know how to get on a wakeboard. I know how to go out the boat. I know how to chase girls. Like, how do I do new skin? Oh, I follow this checklist. Okay, it is really dumbed down, so dumbed down that a wakeboarder can do this. All right? No offense to you other wakeboarders out there, Nick Weinecker. But it really is that. It's dumbed down so that we can actually do it. You just follow the simple system. When I started this business, Nathan told me, Charlie, make your first $1 million using the system. The way that we've proven this works, the last 29 years. Then after you made your first $1 million, then go ahead and do it your own way. How do you think the second and third is made, right? Same way. So if I can do it, you can do it. One Team Global, you can download the Getting Started package, which has components that you can get more in depth with getting your definite main purpose statement, getting all of the components that you need to surround your business and help you develop your business, okay? So just download the checklist, follow its directions, download the packet, just go through the pages, get your direct deposit form, and get all these components in that can help you support the development of your business. One of the key things that I learned in the very beginning of the business was attending events, right? How do you guys feel right now in this event? Right? I mean, isn't that incredible? I have a picture of Diamond Casey Council, who you've seen on stage actually a couple times this weekend. And Casey and I had a conversation 5 years ago at the Anaheim Kickoff, when she was her very first event she attended in Anaheim. We met for the very first time. She said, Charlie, I want to be a team lead. I want to go to the top of this company. What do I need to do? And I said, it's simple. One thing that I was told by Nathan is never miss a meeting and
never quit.
Never go alone.
Oh.
Never miss a meeting, never go alone. You might want to say, I'm going to attend every event. I'm going to take people with me. And I watched Casey attend every single night. This is her 64th event in a row. And you see her on stage. I mean, isn't she amazing?
Yes.
Right? Like, can you see, like, you can see, oh, she's a team elite. She is a team elite. You can see it. But I'll tell you, Casey didn't start off like that on the outside. Right? We've watched her journey and really become that leader because she's at every single event. And that was one simple decision that she made that supported the growth of her business that is just a rocket ship. Now, we have other tools where you can track your contacts in that getting started packet. And I have a picture of a close friend of mine here, professional wakeboarders Nick and Sony Weinecker. Sony was actually one of the very first, like, 3 or 5 wakeboarders on the planet, okay? And she's the one that making that great pose. Nick, her husband, now I met Nick back in 1996 in Lower Alabama, LA. And Nick was about 14, 15 years old. He had so much just fire in his eyes and laser beams. I knew that he could do whatever he set his mind to. And I invited him to come to Florida and become a professional wakeboarder at the age of 15. And he did it. He followed me here and he became placed 6th in the world 12 years later. Became one of the top paid wakeboarders in the world. And just, I mean, one of my closest friends. I asked him to stand with me in my wedding, right? So when I got involved in this business, who did I go to? Nick was one of the very first people I went to, him and his wife Sonia. We pioneered the sport of wakeboarding together. Unfortunately, Nick had it in his mind, and I'm just going to say the story I hear him say consistently, is that he thought I needed him. After everything we'd been through, you know, he thought I needed him to create success in his business. And unfortunately, it took Nick, or fortunately, I'm going to say fortunately because now he's with us, it took him watching us make our first $1 million with this company to understand that I didn't need him to do it. I wanted to do it with him because he's one of my best friends. I want to be on the best beaches of the world with Nick and all of my other friends. And so that contact manager, keeping track of who are those contacts, who are the people we want to work with, where are they in the process, where they are in their own process, and just staying consistent. And as long as you are in the business in the future, when your Nick Weineckers and Sony Weineckers come around, you'll be able to sponsor them into the business. Now, we also have a tracking sheet. So as I'm told, if it's worth doing, it's worth tracking. And here on the calls, Gary and Kenton Worthington, that training doesn't work, work trains. So how do we learn this business? By doing the business, right? We learn by doing, and there's a learning curve. If you read the book of Outliers, in order for us to become a master of it, what does it require? 10,000 hours. So we have to get in the trenches and actually do what it is that we do to learn this business. And so tracking it. Now some of you in the crowd may have the feeling that I know I actually get back when I'm giving this to some of my leaders, like I feel a little nauseous, like I want to throw up, like when I look at this tracking sheet. And that may be you, and that's okay. That's all right. So, you know, do your own version of tracking, whatever it is. But track what you're doing so you know where you are. Because as Earl Nightingale says, as a quote that I took from him, was that success is forward progress towards a worthy goal. So what 2 things do we have to have success? We have to have a worthy goal. What is this weekend about? How many set their goals? Right? Getting clear on where you're going, what your point B is, that allows you to track whether or not you're making forward progress or not. If you're taking consistent action towards that goal, then by Earl Nightingale's, the definition is you're successful. If you're taking action and forward progress. For me, that's just lighten the load off my shoulders, that I set my goal, it stretches me, and as long as I'm taking that consistent action, I know I'm being successful, and ultimately, I'm going to get to where I want to go. So, if you're like me, sitting in your seat 9 years ago, wondering if you can do this, if I can do this, we have a system in place. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is plug in just the light, like the lights in this room, they're plugged into a power source so they can emit light. And if you do so and you stay consistent with it, I promise you, you will go to the top of this company and you'll be on stage and we'll be in the crowd listening from you and learning from you. Thank you very much.
How many of you have been listening on Friday mornings to the new product-oriented call? Yeah, that's going to continue, a slightly different format this year, but that's going to continue. One of the fun things about that is we really get to expose the new people listening and all of us to products they may not have tried before. That has certainly happened to me. We have a quick little video to show you as I tried a new product for me at that time. We'll roll that, please.
Potion number 9. Can't get enough.
Right, how about that? My wife has been on the phone with Joe Chang on a regular basis saying, why doesn't it last longer? Anyway, we're going to continue those Friday morning calls. So our next presenter is a couple. Started out with her as a single mom in the corporate world. And she met her husband along the way in the business. His background is that of a doctor. They live in Waller, Texas. Which is very near nowhere. The best Bill could say was Wally World. I don't think that's a real place. Anyway, 1998 total census for that town, including the cows. But here's a nice thing. They have a couple philosophies. One is living with intention and prospering by serving others. Would you please welcome from Waller, Texas, Bill and Julie Tote, team lead for nearly 10 years. There he is.
All right, just for the record, I was never in the military, and I'm not a drill sergeant. All right, so for those of you that were there last night, everyone got a little confused, so it was fun while it lasted, but I'm not. All right, so I want to know, as show of hands, those people that when they saw this business, they were attracted to the product, to the science. How many of you out there? Awesome. All right, now I want to know who out here was attracted to the money. All right, and some of you put your hands up for both. That's good. Now, my background, as he said, was in corporate America, and what I didn't want to create was having to go to work, time in and time out. Now, when you're looking at this business, if you build it correctly, you're building a legacy. So what if you can make enough money and you created something over the next 24 to 36 months that you could walk away and be completely done? What would that look like to you? And what that core is your ADR. That's the basis of the entire business. That's what differentiates it from a job or any other company out there, something that people keep using over and over and over. So ADR stands for Automatic Delivery Rewards, and we're going to teach you today how you can be a fit executive and you can build a reoccurring income. Whether you show this to someone as a business or you sit down with them and go through the product. We have a presentation that we're going to go through that can be used and tailored to an in-home, one-on-one with someone using the scanner or just sitting next to them and talking about the problem, and really geared towards building ADRs and building fit executive. So does everyone in North America have a weight problem? Does North America have a weight problem? Are we in it together? Right. And we know that. And who's going to solve the problem? We are. Here's what it looked like when it started many years ago. It looked bad at first. And then it got worse. And then it got really, really bad. I'm going to just click quickly because you can go through these or you can spend minutes. And then when you're looking at 2010, it was an epidemic. It's a disease. And at this point, the concern is now going over into our kids. And we, as adults, have given our kids permission to be overweight. And is that acceptable? There's a little clip.
I'm 5'10" and 242 pounds.
I always say this is the biggest I'm ever going to be, and I said that like 20 pounds ago.
A third of Americans are obese, another third is overweight.
Obesity is the biggest threat to the health, welfare, and future of this country.
I've always been overweight.
I've got diabetes.
Sleep apnea, heart disease.
Everything's hurting now.
It's a lot easier to lose weight than it is to keep weight off.
This is probably going to be the first generation of children who are going to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents.
18% of our children right now are obese.
It's not only health, it's about survival and well-being of the United States as a nation.
You don't crave broccoli, and our generation has grown up craving a Big Mac. I want to think that there's something better for me.
Unless we're able to control this epidemic, we're going to have an abundance of chronic disease.
All of us have to be part of the solution to reduce obesity.
The way the nation is out of control, but we can fix that.
If we don't now take this as a really urgent national priority, we are all going to pay a really serious price.
Obesity will crush the United States in oblivion.
As you speak to them is talking about your story, pulling your story into it. So at this point, if you have a story of something very painful that's wrapped around a weight, you might bring that in, and together we're going to work together to make America a healthy nation. So here's the solution. We have a three-pronged approach because we know that we have had diets for years and years and years. And what have we done? We've gotten fatter. So we know that anybody can lose weight because you see all the before and after. The challenge is they lose weight and they go back after their habits go back into play. And so we have a complete program today that works. And we're going to be building on today for the future. And so it stems around R90 and this support and accountability. Starts with behaviors. We're going to talk about that. Then goes into nutrition. And then the fitness number system. All right, so the R90 app is going to be an app that you can pull up on your phone, and we talked about that in the session yesterday, or pull through online. And this is another snapshot of what you saw yesterday and what it looks like on there and what's supporting corporate. And you'll see that you'll be able to put information in that app, and then you will even be able to put your weight. We've talked a lot about the scale and how that works. Actually, on this app, you'll be able to click on a scale and buy one if you don't have a scale. And it'll be able to be downloaded into this. And so this weight is very important. Keeping accountability and keying in with somebody else. Because you know if you're accountable to somebody, you're going to do it. You're accountable to your kids, whatever that is. And the next slide. And then now we're going to talk a little bit about how we can take the problem and the solution and move it into this three-prong approach. So Bill's going to take that part.
Awesome. So what you've seen here is the presentation you're going to be showing when you're building the business from a product approach. There are two ways to build our business. One is what you hear sometimes called top-down. The other one is called bottom-up. Neither one is right or wrong, and they both work. Our focus has been business for many years. We see the true product as being freedom, but not everybody sees it that way. Some people like the product approach, and that's okay. So this presentation is going to be on OTG Drive so that when you're in someone's living room, you can show this information. And if you pay attention to what's happened with it, is first you're establishing the problem, and then you're showing them the solution. All of these products here have passed these certification tests. So if people say, well, you know, tell me about the products or tell me about the research behind the products, they are well researched. More than enough information to bury people and keep them reading for a long time. But these certifications that you see here, most people know what they are. For me, the most friendly one is the NSF certification. That means basically that any athlete of any level can take that product. It's very safe products and effective. Now, you notice that our products, you saw this yesterday with Glenn Chaney's presentation. The main thing is that you're focused on health. There are 1,000 ways to lose weight. Stop eating, you're going to lose weight, but you're going to be a skinny corpse. Okay? So what you want to do is lose weight healthfully and at the same time rebuild muscle, rebuild your energy, rebuild your wellness, and be healthy. That's the focus of this program. And that's near and dear to my heart. Now, wherever the next slide goes to, see you're going unique fiber blend, promotes fullness, balances the blood sugar, controls your cravings. That's a three-prong approach. So we have multiple three-prong approaches here. In the past, it was just diet and exercise. And those two things alone, and sometimes in combination, did not produce a long-term benefit. The three-prong approach, using the genetic science and using the three things you see at the bottom of the screen here, work. And they work long-term, and that's the name of the game. Now the scanner is going to be part of it. It is the only way to measure carotenoids in living human tissue in real time. And it is highly underutilized from us as a company. We own the rights to this for 20 years, and it's part of the weight loss program, and you're going to be helping people assess their health level with the scanner. You're going to have a fit number system, and pay attention to the fit number system, colors, and the scanner score, colors. That's a hint. Hint, hint. Okay? Blue is good. You want to be in the blue. We already know that. And as you move up the fitness scale, you're going to be moving towards blue. So the scale is, notice the color connection there. 3, 2, 1. You're going to eat 6 times a day. So this is not about starving yourself. Again, this is about getting healthy and well. And so snacks are part of it, shakes are part of it, and a meal is part of it. And the app is going to help you track that. If you look at the bottom there, it's also going to help you track your supplements. How many people here forget to take the second life pack? Okay? Yeah, there's a lot of giggling going on, and the rest of you are procrastinating, putting your hands up, right? And so we've all forgotten them. But the app is going to remind you to either do a meal, do your exercise, or do a shake, or do your supplements. It's going to be a reminder, and that's going to be key. It's easy and simple, and that's what makes it work. Okay, there we go, daily program. Now, 3 snacks a day, 100 calories a snack, 2 shakes a day. This is the weight loss part of the program. Later on maintenance, you're only going to be on 1 shake and 1 meal. Later on in maintenance, your calories are actually going to be higher. But in the weight loss phase, they're going to be lower. Does it work? Absolutely. Now, here's a gentleman that you've probably seen walking around here. There's another gentleman. There's another person. And the first gentleman's wife. They did it as a couple. And anything that you do, business-wise, family-wise, it's going to be more effective if you do it together. So if you're just alone in your relationship trying to lose weight, it's going to be harder for you when your spouse or significant other is eating a big bowl of ice cream and you're there with a shake. Okay? It's not fair. So do it together. Can I afford it? Now this is the key point. Now please understand that the human language is geared up, the English language is geared up to give us certain responses. And so when somebody says it's too expensive, it costs too much, too many, too little, too big, too small, when somebody throws a phrase out that like that to you, your only appropriate response is, compared to what? If you just buy their excuse at the open face, too expensive, you've lost the opportunity to help somebody. So you always have to ask questions. So if somebody says it's too expensive, what are they comparing it to? Let's show you an example. Anybody in the room on diabetes medication care to say what it is per month? How about if you have a stroke? What does that cost you? Cardiovascular disease. What does it cost you when you're slower and heavier than your peers and you're in the workplace and your employer's thinking what you're costing his insurance policy? What does it cost you to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and then of course the big C word which scares everybody? More people spend more in the last 72 hours of their life than they spend in their whole life on health care and wellness. And you can change that, and you can help that. Because if we don't take these kids that are on this poor diets, and we don't help them, and they start to get to high school, and they're diabetic, and they start to lose their eyesight, their fingers and their toes, that's going to cost our nation. Does this look familiar? Breakfast. Who has ice cream for breakfast? Come on, who has coffee, cereal, and bagels for breakfast? Everybody. Okay? Not too many people have soda, but we see lots of kids walking around with sodas in the morning. And then how about the next meal? You got to have a snack in the middle of the morning. Candy, chips, soda, donut. Then of course lunch. Hamburger, fries, soda, food. What do these things cost? Do you know? Another snack in the afternoon. Dinner. Late night. You want to know what this costs? Well, we can tell you. As of August of this year, the average American spends $21 to $26 a day on food. Okay? That's about $150 to $200 a week on food. What do you get with us? Much less. And much more better. Wow, the English language has a funny twist to it. So, less than $15 a day. 18 if you add Light Pack Nano to the mix. So on less than what most people do, they can afford to eat healthfully, they can improve their health, they can improve their life, they can have better employment, longer employment if that's what they want, with a very simple program that has a three-legged approach or a three-prong approach. Now what? Well, this is my wife's part. She loves to do the what do I do next part.
Oh, gosh. All right. This is where you get the person writing it down or shaking their head yes. Okay? So now you know the problem. Now you know we have a solution. And now we're looking for people that we can help get accountability and start working together. So you're going to first buy the R90 package. Then you're going to download the app. Because without accountability, it doesn't work. You're going to complete the registration on the app and get a fit number. It gives you a number based on the questions asked and what your answers are. And then you're going to have your accountability partners. This could be anybody you choose. This could be people that you want to encourage that are looking at this and they see you losing weight. It's up to you. You can change them. And then you're going to start your new life. And what it looks like to you is what you decide today, you tell this to the person, what you decide today that you want to start helping others look like and be like. And it starts with me deciding to help you, and we're in it together. And that's it.
Awesome.
Eileen?
And we're going to have Eileen come up next. And pay attention.
There's Ed. It's Ed.
I'll put a nice hand for them. We'll be back in a few minutes. So while we stay in this product and weight loss mode, our next presenter, who will combine with what you just heard, been a team lead for 6 years and has reached platinum status. She will, along with her husband Ted, earn up to the $5 million Circle member this year, Woman Entrepreneur of the Year in 2006. They have 3 children. You probably know Ashley. Ashley Williams is a very successful in our business, working very hard, and she has a great attitude. And I like to, this is just me saying, you might know a couple of her successful legs. She has many throughout the world, but there's Lenny Mario for Team Elites from Mexico, and then there's this guy, Nagao or something. Do you guys know this? Right, Alan Nagao, who's in her downline. So would you please welcome to the stage, Eileen Williams. Eileen.
Hey! Woo! Is everyone having fun today? Oh my gosh, is it the best kickoff ever? I think sometimes that this company just develops products just for me. Because I don't know about you guys, but January 1 came, and I was thinking, you know what? I've got to lose a little weight. Anybody else relate to that? Yeah? Am I, or is it just all about me? New Skin develops all these products just for me. Well, I'm super excited because the program that we have currently, which is going to get us all in shape and fit and looking hot as we start talking about Gamma, right? So do you want to do that? Do you want to all look really good and get in shape? Well, we have a great program. And the current program is phenomenal. And we're providing an incredible new program guide that's going to be available February 1st. But let's just run through the components very quickly of how you would lose weight on the current Redesign 90 program. You would have one of the My Victory shakes in the morning. I love it, and I'm going to try that new green drink with the spinach. I love that. Did everyone like that? So then you would have a snack, around 100 calories, which you can have quite a few strawberries apparently for 100 calories. And you would have then a shake for lunch. Then you'd also have half of Scott's bar, or maybe your own bar, just half, because you want to stick with 100 calories. And then you would have a sensible dinner, protein, vegetables. You want to cut out the bread and all that stuff, around also with the supplements. And along with that, at the end of the evening, you can have a snack as well. So does this program look like you're going to be hungry? I don't think so. Anyway, you also want to drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water. I love water. I guzzle water all day, and it makes me feel so good. It actually gives me energy. I don't know why, but I love it. And you want to exercise. You want to start exercising at least 30 to 60 minutes a day. Well, we have this new fit number. Bill and Julie talked about it, but I want to explain exactly what it is because I'm really excited about this. It's the color range similar to the scanner score. So number 5 is not where we want to be, but maybe it's where we start. It's around a few markers. The first marker you'll see is the body fat. How would you find out your body fat number? Well, if you buy one of the Y-Things scales that provides that, it will provide your body fat. A resting heart rate. You can actually do that yourself before you get up in the morning. You can find your pulse, look at a clock and count for 6 seconds, and then times it by 10, and that's your resting heart rate. Your blood pressure, you can go to any drugstore, they have the machines, you can get your blood pressure to see where you're at. And the push-ups, how many push-ups can you do without stopping? How many sit-ups can you do without stopping? And how long can you basically run or have an aerobic activity? And each time you improve, if all of your markers go up, then you move to the next level. And you can see how the body fat changes, your fitness level changes, the ability to exercise aerobically longer, and the goal, of course, is to get to, well, Bill and Julie are probably already here, but my goal would be to get to a number 1. So we have an incredible guide that's going online. It's going to be available February 1st. You'll be able to download it, or you'll be able to purchase it through the company. It's going to have not only this fit number system, But that coupled with the app. Are you excited about that app? I think that app is going to be one of the greatest recruiting tools that we have. I am so excited to be able to share progress with my 10 closest friends on how much I weigh that morning and all of that good stuff. So nothing like a little peer pressure to keep us on track, right? So there's recipes in this guide. There's a lot of great things that we can work with, additional support products, and we are excited because I'm going to explain this program. This is going to lead into what we're going to do with Gamma. It's called 3-2-1. And just to summarize, 3 snacks, 2 of the shakes, and 1 sensible meal, which roughly is 1,200 calories. While you're losing weight, that's the goal, okay? That's the goal as you're losing weight. Once you've lost the weight, you'll be around 2,400 calories. You'll always have the shake in the morning, though. The shake in the morning, and then, of course, with our incredible products to keep us healthy, like Nano, Vitality, AIE10, and all the products that we have. We've also teamed up with an incredible, well-known fitness instructor out of Canada, Maureen Hagan. She's actually the #1 fitness instructor in Canada, and she's going to, for each of the levels, the fit levels, she's going to have an exercise program specifically designed for you to get to the next level. What do you think about that? I'm excited about that because I'm always asking my trainer, what do I do now? I got to get stronger, I got to get better. We got to move forward. Well, I want to have a little fun now, so I'm going to bring Bill and Julie back up, but before I do, I want everyone to get on their feet and get really excited and give them a warm welcome back on the stage. Now, I want to play a little game here. If anyone has lost at least 10 pounds on the Redesign 90 program, still stand and everyone else can sit down. 10 pounds, at least, minimum 10 pounds. Wow, look at that. Isn't that incredible? Okay, hold on. If you've lost 20 pounds, if you've lost 20 pounds on the Redesign 90 program that we currently have, I want you to still stand. Let's acknowledge everyone for that. Okay, how about if you've lost 30 pounds? 30 pounds. Raise your hands. It's a little hard for us to see you. 30 pounds. Wow. Okay, let's say 40 pounds. 40 pounds. Wow. Can we go 50 pounds? 50 pounds? 50 pounds? Okay, one more. 60 pounds. 60 pounds. Okay, 60 pounds. I want you to come on up.
What about 75? You're overhead there, right? Come on. He's overhead there. All right, and Jeremy and Ed come up as well.
Congratulations. And then we have a couple of